Okay, so are we excited, guys? Are we excited for our new, exciting, simple systems that we have been creating in the background? So myself and Helen have come together and put some things together, some ideas, some things that we really wanted to just help you all with. And we've got a few people that have helped us with a trial in something, and it's working. So we really wanted to involve you guys to come and take a look at what we've got, and before we completely roll it out to the team, we wanted to see what your take on this was, anything that we need to tweak anywhere. Helen, do you want to say anything before I go into showing everybody all the slides?
No, just thanks to everybody that's got involved, really. I think I'm really excited. I think the slides say it all, so if I'll add anything at the end that I can think if we've missed anything.
Okay, fabulous, fabulous. So what have we created? So we have been creating in the background lots of stuff, and we've created several new simple systems that are easy to duplicate. And these systems are based on recruiting, selling, and coaching. So this is how we move our business forward. Yeah, I'm sure you'd all agree. This is where we need to simplify things. I think we've had that many great, amazing ideas throughout our time in this business that things have started to merge into one, and things have started to get a little bit confusing. So the reason why we have created these systems is to stop overwhelm. I'm sure that you will all agree that when new people join, there's so much to take on board, so much to see, so much to know, and it can stop people. Sometimes too much choice, too much option, just makes people do nothing. So we really wanted to stop the overwhelm, but more than anything, we wanted to create duplication. Okay. What we also need to know is that the simple systems that we've created, seriously, guys, really simple. This shows that no one needs to be the expert. And for duplication, that's key, because prospects need to look at what you're doing to introduce them to this business and get them started. And in the back of their mind, they are thinking, could I do this? Could I do what they're doing with me? And the more you overcomplicate that, the less likely they're to think, I can't do this. So we had to have something really, really clear. So that's what we've done with these systems. And it's easy for anyone. And I mean anybody. If you get someone that is not really good online or is unsure and stuff, they can even follow this. A child could follow this. And I don't just mean a clever child, any child. I could literally go and get any child on the street and say, follow this, and they could do it, which is the key, which is what we've wanted. So we took the 3 years that we've been in this business, and we've took all the things that we've learned, and we put it all together on board, and we've just created something simple. And together, working together on this as a team is going to help us all hugely. Okay. So we are streamlining everything. That is the first thing I'm going to say. I'm sure some of you will have noticed lots of things going on in the matrix group where things are starting to be added. We are completely streamlining everything so that we only actually have one team group. There will be no more million groups. There'll be no picks for you. There'll be no review groups. There'll be no party groups. There'll be no any other groups. We're going to have one group. And in that group, you'll find the guides, and all of the things that we used to have in all the different groups will be in the guide. So it's easy to find. We'll have one prospecting group, okay, which is the old success stories. And we're going to be working on group coaching to help you all, and a very simple ATM system. Some of you have been using an ATM system already. Some of you already use the tagging methods, but this is a really streamlined way to help you all. So let's run through it all. So the Why Are Flame, Why Now group, this is the old success stories group. So this group has now been changed. It's had a new look and it's had a new name. So this is our prospecting group that we will keep. Now, what we've had in it is all, like I said, new name and new look, but we've also got new videos. Okay, so there's different videos in there. There is more products in there now, where we didn't really have anything about what we sold in this group. So that is in there. We've got a shorter presentation. So we've gone from a 30-minute presentation to a 4-minute presentation, which is a huge difference. Yeah, it's straight to the point, shorter, snappier information that we're getting over. And it's going to be our main ATM tool. Okay. We've also had a new look to the Matrix Group. So it's now called the Matrix Group and Power Team, with a new little logo for the two groups combined. so that we are, again, working together on this, we're really combining everything. There's no confusion over who is where. In the matrix group, you're going to find your guides. Now, we've got lots of guides. We're going to have a party guide, an on-demand training guide, selling system guide, a review guide, a fast start guide, recruiting system, campaign images. So you don't need to go off of pics for you. There'll be one there. And a new welcome video will also go in. So where we have a welcome post, that will be all changed, and then will just be a short welcome video. Now, in the recruitment guide, this is the first system that has been changed. And this is the system that we think is going to make the difference. And it already is. So there's some of us that have been trialing this, and everyone's going to give some feedback on that. But it's really working. So what this is, you're going to find in the recruitment guide an easy to follow flow chart. Okay, that is really simple system. They say yes, they say no, whatever, it's all there. You're going to have sections on how to find leads. Okay, so the usual, we're going to focus on free advertising. So this is going to be using your farm, using your warm market, and using your advertising, free advertising. We're also going to have a flow for the ATM system. Okay, so this is where follow ATM from asking questions. Okay, yeah, so you're going to follow it from there. And then we've got a new three-way chat to know that some of us have been using this for a while, but this is now implemented in part of our system. And we're also going to have an advanced recruiting section. And the reason why we're going for an advanced recruiting section is because we know some people still do things their way. So for example, there's lots of people that will still do telephone appointments. We want you to still do that. There are lots of people that pay for advertising, use the opportunity Zoom. We still want you to do that, but that is advanced. Most people, in fact, I'm going to say 99% of people that come in will not go to that, will not be to pick up the phone yet, and won't be using paid for advertising yet. So we have to have a simple system that is for everyone, and then the other stuff is an advanced section. So what is our ATM system? Let's add tag message. Okay, it's really, 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 really simple. You literally add them to the group, why are flame, why now? You tag them in this video, and you follow them up with the messages that are all going to be available on boards. This is what the flow chart will look like. So this is a flow that will be put into the guide for you to easily follow. You can print this up or whatever you've got on your phone so that you can follow this. This is designed for a new person following up. Once you know what you're doing, you're going to just know what message you're sending out, but it's there for you to have for a referral. So we start this the minute you're inviting someone to look. So how you've got to this point previously is up to you. So whether you've built a relationship with someone, whether you've gone in with a direct approach with somebody, or whether you've got them off an advert, this is all still starting from the minute you are asking someone to take a look at your business opportunity, and you'll follow it along. So you've got, did they say yes? You invite them to watch the video. Did they say yes to that? We're going to add them to the group and tag them. Did they say yes? Did they say no? Did they ghost? You'll see all these little ghosts about, did they just ghost you and ignore you? Because a lot of people do just ignore you. And we've got messages to keep the conversations going for when they do ghost you. Now, something I'm going to say, guys, is everything that we've got, all these messages, all these templates, it's not just us just plucking up stuff. We have got lots of scripts from the likes of Jessie Lee Ward, Fraser Brooks, and Eric Worre, and other successful people. This is stuff, and these are systems that work. It's not just our say so, it's not just us making up wording. It's all really, really systematic and made so much easier for you to follow. And you'll find it all on the boards. Now, the board has had a big clear up. You'll notice when you go in there, you've now got your selling, your team building, your coaching, your team resources, and your social media launch. So when you go into your team building, your ATM system is there, and you literally click on the ATM system, message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4, message 5, message 6. And then at the bottom, you've got responses to buy and sell adverts, because that's a little bit, message 1 and 2 is different in them because they've responded to you rather than you approaching them. We've got messages to send people that send you a friend request, and we've got great messages for people that say no and yes to your business. And they're all, again, they've all been made in a really good way to help you get the most out of this and get more people wanting to join. When you go into the group, there is also lots of information now in there, more than we had before. So we've got the information video, but then they can also take a look. So we've got, you know, what does £19 get you? It's the biggest objection that we have. So we now have a short video explaining what that £19 for. We have got catalogue links. We've got, or Helen yesterday has also added a video explaining how you get paid, which is the pay plan. We've got reviews of products. We've got all kinds of stuff in there, guys. So people can also go in and have a little look around. Now, we're also creating a new simple selling system. I am going to say that this is not yet complete. This is not up and running. So this is not what we're asking you to test. It's the recruiting system we're going to be testing, but we want to show you what we're going to be doing. Now, again, we know that people have different ways of doing things. And we know that we've always had systems to work with certain people. But we needed a system that worked for everybody, yet still be able to be for different people's needs. So depending on how people want to work, because we know that, for an example, you're going to get somebody that wants to come in and build a business with catalogs, and you're going to get somebody who wants to come in the business who doesn't want to leave the house. We cannot give them the same systems, but we still needed to have one system. So we've made a really cool thing, and it's something that's actually really catchy, and it's something that we can remember. And that is, to keep your business healthy, get your 5 a day. Okay, we've got this cool little logo that we're going to have on stuff, this 5 a day stuff. And how this is going to work is, this is not complete, but you're basically, they choose 5 a day. So we're going to have all the different things, all the different activities. There'll be more added to this. This was just quickly put together, but they just choose 5. It's going to be so simple and easy for us to guide people to. We're going to just use it in all our ways. Whenever we're coaching people, it's going to be, have you had your 5 a day? No, and it's something that they can remember as well. You know, that's something that's pretty easy and simple for anyone to go along and follow. And we will make sure we've got a good list of stuff, and our guide will literally be, get your 5 a day to keep your business healthy. This is what you need to do. And it's going to be things that are, some things that are really simple to do, but we also know work. So the likes of posting your stories, you know, it's not a huge task. You know, it's not a catalogue drop, although that is on there. But we know that by having products on the stories, it's going to help. By doing all this 5 things a day, it's going to start moving the business forward. We've also got a new, really simple coaching system. So it's very simple here. You literally, we in the boards app in the ATM, it's got getting started. And we used to have just 6 steps to get people started. We've now got 16. So it's a lot more to it, although they've been broken down. So it's still our system of getting people started, but it's much easier. And you literally, some people will do all of these 16 steps in day 1. Some people might take a week. Okay, so you at their own pace will be going from the next message to the next message, and it's all in the board. You just tap, you just sign someone in, and then you tap and send them all the stuff over. And then we're going to do group coaching. So this is a little clip of the Fast Start chat that we have created for all new people. And it's so simple. This is what the system is. You're going to recruit people. You're going to follow the flow. You're going to get them in the chat where we all work and coach together, and then you go and find your next person. You're not being too hung up on that person. You're not having to give up. You want to recruit like crazy, and you don't always have the time to give everybody 100%, but you need to recruit like crazy. So this way we all work together. So we've got a new Fast Start set up. So we're going to have a new welcome to the team Zoom. Instead of induction, so they call it induction, it's going to be much more warmer and friendlier. Welcome to the team. It's going to be much more relaxed. It's going to be once a campaign so that we have more people on. The first Monday of the campaign, we get more people on, and there's no need now to have it quite quick, because everything that is in the old induction is broken down now in short videos in the guides. So everything is there already. So we've got, you know, all the things like what we get in the first 90 days, all the business tools that we use, top tips, there's all in short videos. So you'll tag them in that section. That's for them to go in and look. So the welcome to the team Zoom is more informal. It's more talking to them. Yeah, we'll share tips, of course, but it'll be a lot more relaxed. So all the videos are there, and all the support is there for them. So you just recruit like crazy. You sign up a team member, you go through the board's app steps, and you add them to the chat. Then you get another team member and you repeat. And this is to make it so much easier to flow through. But we need your help with this chat. We do not want to let this tool die. It is so important that we're not just adding people and going, where we do still have to, between us. We don't want it to be an annoying group. So we don't want us to just be chatting between ourselves and people coming out of it and switching it off. But we do need to see each day, some of us need to be putting some tips in there, some input in there for these people to be getting off to a fast start. And then guess what? The cream will rise to the top. It really is as simple as that. We're going to go out there, we're going to go through our numbers, we're going to get people in, we're going to give them a simple system, and then the cream will rise to the top. So just a quick recap. We've got new systems for coaching, selling, recruiting. We have got one team group and one opportunity group. And that will be closed down very soon. We'll wait until the end of campaign as we'll get the picks for you images. Instead of being put in picks for you for next campaign, we'll go into the guide and then all the other groups will be archived. We also could do with some help with getting reviews over, because the reviews group is quite large. There's a lot of reviews and it's important we have them, but they've all got to go in the guide. So any admins of the group, if we can get some images, and just when you've got 5 minutes loaded in, that would be great. We've got the new opportunity group with the new look, new welcome to the team Zoom, new fast start videos and shorter presentation going forward. So, you know, I think that we can really, really run with this. I really, really do. I think it's going to make things so much simpler. We've got a really simple selling system, a really simple recruiting system, and a really simple coaching system. One place to find everything. No one's overwhelmed and it's working. So I'm going to stop sharing because when we started this, it was myself, Helen, Sylvia, Jackie and Leanne that started off, starting with this system. A couple of people have had a little go on board as well. But if you guys could just share how you find that it's working for you, just so we can tell everybody else.
Hello. Yeah, so we started using this, the recruiting messages on the boards app, and it's worked really easily just to be able to go in, and every single message that I get from somebody saying they're interested, I can just go in and send that message, then the next one, then the next one. And I've slightly edited it to myself. So it's all very easy. So I've got one message that I send for each section. And in the boards app where it's there, you can choose which message you want to send, which kind of connects to you more than anything. But yeah, I've had a sign up and is paid.
Fabulous.
So that's exciting.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's just easy to follow. The tracking is brilliant as well.
Yeah, so we are going to ask you guys, because this has not yet been rolled out and this is still an ongoing trial. So we are going to ask you to track. We've got a Google sheet and your names will all be added to the Google sheet for all of you that want to involve in this trial. And we just want to know your numbers. How many people are you sending information to? How many are you getting in the group and how many want to join? That's it really. And the benefit of this is it's not for anyone to judge you as to how many numbers you're doing, okay? This is just for us to see, is this working? It's important that we track the numbers. So if you're bringing in less people or the people, that's okay, okay? But we need to know how the ratio of what's coming in and what's not. And like Jackie said about choose what's right for you. There's lots of different options and things, so go with your personality. I've done the same thing. So what I found is that, so when Jackie said she's edited it to her on boards app, you can create your own board. So we can take the messages. It's important we use the messages on the boards app to see if it works, but you can make your own little boards, keep it in so that you're not always going in and looking. So I've got message 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my personal choices already selected in a little board for me to make it easy. So you can do that if you like to, but you know, obviously use the messages that are there because they work, they really do work. But yeah, if you've got any feedback on any of this as well, that would be great. Like, let us know what you think. But yeah, if the rest of you that have been involved, if you could share a little bit of what you've thought.
Yeah,
sorry. I just think it's so simple to follow, and the messages are already there. And like we've done in the past, you know, we've edited messages, but then I might have edited my message and then I've sent that to my team and they've edited it. And the messages are just getting so confusing with people having different things. So I think this is a really good way of just keeping it simple. The messages are really short, so people are not having to read, you know, a full length, and they don't take it all in. It's just quick to the point. Message 1, message 2, message 3. It is really, really simple to follow, and it's just, I think it's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah, definitely. It's really simplified everything, I think.
Yeah, I like the fact the messages are actually quite short, quite punchy. They say the right things, but they're getting more responses. Yeah. People are being more open to having a look. Whereas before you'd send them a great chunk of text and they'd send them off to look at this and send them off to look at that, and they'd be just like, nah.
And you're also losing leads as well, because if you think about it like this way, we're not actually giving them any information. We are telling them to join the group and watch the video. That's where the information is. And then we've got them in the group. So we can then drip feed to them. They're all there in one hub. We'll help you. You know, if anyone comments or anything, we'll always guide them back to whoever invited them to the group. So you know that your leads are safe in there. But it's rather than you just send information to people and they're gone. It just keeps them all in one place by following this add tag message method. It's so simple, and it also shows your person. You don't need to be the expert. So, and you can also just tag in everything. So for example, someone says, why is it £19? Just tag them in the video. And then that makes them also think, well, I didn't even have to know any information about this. Well, everything's going to be there relevant for you to follow.
So is the ad pool ones changing as well, Claire?
No, not for now. We're going to keep that as we are, where we're getting people on the this is
that's where I'm getting my people saying they're going to come and join the meeting. I had 6 confirmed last night and not one showed up,
and so that's why we need to focus on the free recruiting, Karen. So as regards your ad pool, that's that's different, so you'll do that
right, okay.
This is for you to focus on. I mean, ad pool, I believe, is a great extra. So anyone that's coming through for your emails, that's a great extra. But if you can focus on this system, so this system is FAM, is warm market, and is buying, selling.
Yeah, it's probably where I've been going wrong then, because I've been focusing on my paid ads as soon as they come in. And then
so let's focus on the free. And another reason why I think we should focus on the free is because it's paid is not duplicatable. So if you were to recruit someone tomorrow, Karen, who wants to go on and recruit, are you going to tell them they've got to buy adverts to recruit? We're not going to do that. We're going to have to show them a free way. So and to be fair, the free way for me works the best anyway. It's how I built my business, and not through the paid for. And the recruitment is much more duplicatable. So if you can focus on that, and that's a great extra. Still do everything you're doing there. We're not going to change that. This is just for the free advertising.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So anybody else that was involved in the trial, they give any feedback?
I think it's only me left. Okay, I am really, really excited about the system. It has made a massive difference to me in this last week or so. The conversations are easy to have. I'm having more people engage with me rather than just reading my bog standard text and never coming back to me and ghosting me. I've had a paid recruit from it already, and I've also had a brand new VIP that spent £55 through the last message that we sent. They said it wasn't for them, so I then sent the no message about would they be interested in looking at the Christmas catalogue and maybe treating themselves, and within 15 minutes £55 order went on. So I am mega excited about this. I really, really am, and I think it is going to change everyone's opinion on team building.
Yeah, I agree, and it's simple. Everyone can copy it. It's something that we can encourage from the off, and we're going to encourage it from the off. So for example, when we are signing somebody up, there is a message now that's when it says they say yes, the message says, right, okay, fantastic, I'm going to get you my link sent over now, but who else do you know that would want to do this, because this could make a huge impact to your income? And straight away we're planting a seed. We're not saying to them, do you want to build a team? We're just saying, who else do you know? And then we're getting that, you know, in there if they want to get anyone signed up and things like that. So we're straight away encouraging it. But with these systems, and as well, I think because it's all in one place, we've had groups before where it's the recruitment group and and if people are not in it or not seeing it, then where's the information? Where we've got one place, one group. When they're looking through the guides, they're going to be intrigued to look at what's in the recruitment guide as well. And it's a really simple add tag message system. Honestly, anybody can do this, and it is working. People are going into the group, we're all tagging, we're all getting the responses.
I noticed a lot of tags in that video, a lot with Jenna's and yours and Jackie's.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
Can I just give my biggest tip as well? After once you get off this Zoom, go into the boards app and just look through every single message, and like Claire says, sort out which messages are for you, because there's a lot of different messages in there. So as soon as you get off this Zoom, if you make that priority and work out which messages for you and to your personality, it's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah, definitely.
And also a lot of the messages will say option 1, 2 or whatever. rename that message so you know what it is, so you don't have to keep coming out and going back in to check which message. So you know it's an invite to the group, you know it's a fan message, that kind of thing. So you know exactly from looking at it what message that is that you're sending.
So we can change the names on them.
Well, I have changed the names on the
Okay.
messages. It does say message 1. I can't remember what it says in the message 1, but then message 2 it says invite to group. Message 3 it's like telling you're going to tag them. So it is all in there. But then when you go into your options then, yeah, like that, Karen. And then your options then say option, because they're all the same thing. They all say to invite them to a group or whatever the message above says, but the different wordings. So they all say the same thing, but they're different.
You're welcome, you set up, adding groups.
Yeah.
Let's get you up and running.
Yeah.
Your catalogues.
So has anybody else got any questions or anything? Or Helen, do you want to talk anything about it?
Yeah, just to add a few other bits to that. I mean, really, this has all come from an awful lot of experience, a lot of training. Like Claire said, it's a lot of the big experts out there. John and Nadia Melton, they are the founders, I guess, of Add Tag Message. So, you know, we've done a lot of their research. I know Bev has had a lot of experience with them. She shared an awful lot of stuff with us to help us get all of this set up. I think it was something that was looked at a while ago, but there was a lot going on, and I think really now it is time to focus. I think we've all discovered that we're in a business that network marketing should be serving our lives, and I think some of us have felt for a while that we're serving the business, and it's been a bit overwhelming and a bit burnt out. And you know, we've had a couple of years with COVID and things, and you know, there's so many things that people just don't know where to focus. So, you know, I'm really thankful I've had some fantastic training with Bob Heelick, and he's really opened my eyes to the fact that if we get things right, guys, we can get this business to serve us, and we can get network marketing, this business in particular, to really give us the results that we all deserve. And that's what we want for you. That's why we've gone back and we've had a look. We want third-party tools. We don't want everybody feeling like they've got to be the expert in everything. We want something that is so simple that it's duplicatable, because as we know, and it's a duplicatable, easy to follow system, and anybody can do it, it's going to grow massively for all of you. So we really need to keep this simple. I know you'll feel like you want to tweak things and you'll want to add things in. There's been an awful lot of research done. This is working. So if you can follow it and then teach and follow and teach and follow and teach and follow, you're all going to get massive duplication in your business, because it's the focus on the right activities now that we all need to be focusing on, not all the things that's perhaps been distracting and building and tweaking and following. All that's happened now. And, you know, we've had to go through that journey to find what works. And we didn't want to launch this until we tried it and tested it. Thank you so much, the ladies, for your feedback, Jackie and Sylvia. And you know, we wasn't going to launch this till we knew we had results from it, and we didn't expect the results to come as quick as they have. But within a week, we're already getting results. People are recruiting off of this system, and people are excited. So, you know, I think it's time for us to take it now to that next level. So please, guys, you've been invited here today to step up, follow the system, help us to track this, and let's make it work for you and for the whole team, and grow your businesses to where you belong.
Most definitely, most definitely. Does everybody on here want to be involved in this?
Yes.
Because it's a week-long tracking, so we want to see every day your numbers. And like I said, this is no judgment on what your numbers are. For some of you, I know you want to recruit like crazy. For some of you, you know, you're just dabbling in it, and that's fine. So please don't think I've got to do more and it stopped you from filling it in. We want you to show your genuine numbers of how many people you've spoke to, as to how many people are joining the group, and that's important for us to know the ratio. Okay, so are we all up for that? Is there anybody that isn't up for it? Anyone that's unsure?
No, I'm fine. So we're just doing it through like the group and the.
How you find your leads, okay? Free leads is up to you, but I'm going to give you some tips as to what we're doing.
Thank you, because I can't spit that out.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, buying selling sites. Buying selling sites is working. 5 ads in the morning, 5 ads in the night. should be enough to keep you under the radar from being on any bans, as long as you are remaining active and doing all the things that you need to do. But 5 adverts and joining new groups to keep your eyes fresh. Okay. Now, buy and selling groups can take a bit of time for results to come in off the buy and selling groups. Okay. But stick with it. And then literally, when you send your messages, you will see that it says buy and sell message responses. These are very different to the message 1 and 2 at the top. And the reason for that is message 1 and 2 at the top are you approaching people. Message 1 and 2 in buy and selling sites are people approaching you. Okay, so they have to be a different response. So remember to use the right one. Then we've got our FAM. This is working for FAM, guys. It really is. So FAM, find, add, message. Go and find someone, add them as a friend, and message them the response. The first number 1 response, or find them as a friend and chat with them, build a little bit of rapport, then send them message number 1. That's your choice. And then you've got your warm markets. These are people that are already on your friends list. Just go through your list and message people. Message 1. That's all you've got to do. Go out there and message number 1. Again, you choose your option. That is what you feel comfortable with. The option that you think, I would say that. But let's not try not to change any wording, because like we say, it's working. And the minute we all start changing it, the minute it starts to dilute and doesn't have the same impact. And this is not just our wording. We've took this from successful people. It works. Okay. So,
so what one's that, Claire?
Sorry, what one's what?
What when you're talking about like your FAM, where do
They're
we
all
find
message 1, unless it's a buy and selling site. Message 1 is FAM and warm market. So if you go into message 1, there'll be a few options. Can you see that? Let me get the board.
on the ATM? No.
On the right, 1 second. Let me get the board.
Thank you, honey.
Let me share my screen.
Just I'll go off and have no clue where to find it.
Just also with boards, it will be all uploaded onto the Matrix one. Anybody that's on the Matrix one.
Yes, sorry, yes. So you've got the Power Team and your Matrix board that will be on there exactly the same. So if you go in to the board, so these are the only options we have on the board now. We go to team building, go to ATM, and it's message 1. You see message 1 there?
All right, yeah, got it.
So you click on that, you've got 5 options there. So they're all wordings that you choose. You choose how what you feel comfortable with.
Right.
Okay, message 2.
Oh, I like it.
Options. Message 3, you've got 3 options. Some of them you don't have any options. Like message 4, you're just telling them you're tagging them in a video. You don't need an option for that one. Then you've got your follow-ups and your 3-way. So I need to explain a little bit about the 3-way actually, because I didn't really show that on the slides, did I?
Like that.
So I know I've done this with you, Karen, lots of times before anyway. So this is just a simple way. So when you go on your flow chart, okay, and you are going through the flow chart, let me get that up again. So let me stop share here a second. Let's get the slide back up. So when you go through the flow chart, you will go to message 1 straight away and you'll send them message 1. Did they say yeah? Right, I'm going to send them message 2. Did they say yeah? I'm going to send them message 3, 4, 5. Get down here, and they're not sure. Or anywhere to be fair, but let's just say here, they get down here, they're not sure. So you've either got a no, completely no, this is definitely not for me, or a yeah, or you've got a no, not yet. And when you get a no, not yet, or an unsure, or a ghosting, where you can send one of the ghosting messages, you're going to say here that you're going to set up a 3-way chat, right? So in the 3-way chat, let's go back, you will have the templates for this. So when you go to 3-way chat message, this is where you're going to set up the 3-way chat. So this is, I just wanted to introduce you to my upline. So you're going to pop this in the chat. You're going to create a chat. So let's say, Karen, it's you, a prospect, and me. You're going to create this chat and you're going to put this message in the chat. I've been in loads with Leanne. This is really working. You're going to put this message in the chat and I'm going to put a message. Another tip I'm going to say, because Leanne kept adding me to all these chats and I was like, oh my God, I need to get this in quick. I just saved it on a board, what I was saying straight away. So I had that on there. And then this is the message that you're going to put. hang on. So sorry, that first one, you're going to put this in to introduce. Yeah, so this is you introducing me. And then the second one is you introducing them. So I just wanted to introduce my friend, whatever, really recently connected on social media. He has seen the videos and wanted to introduce you both. I think you could do amazing with what we are working on. Could you share your vision, your story, answer any questions that you might have? So then I've then made a message that I then respond to this straight away. And then they come back with some kind of question. So it could be that they're unsure whether they could do it or whatever. And then that's where we'll help. So between us, also, no matter how long you've been doing this, how experienced you are, just by having a third party validation really, really helps. If I have someone get to this point, I'm going to go and ask Helen to come on a 3-way chat with me, regardless, because I know that between us, even though I've been doing this a while, I know that by having Helen, who is, to their eyes, further up, is going to help and guide and support. So they're going to do that. The same with Sylvia, the same with Jackie. I'll help with them. It doesn't matter how experienced anybody is. By having a third party come in, it makes such a difference to that prospect, because they're seeing that person as a higher level, who's a kind of authority, who's going to answer questions more, because they don't know you from Adam anyway, and they don't know how long you've been in the business either. So all of that sort of stuff, it's so important that you have someone to come in and just validate what you're saying.
But this is before they join, Claire.
This is if anyone's unsure. Yeah, this is just for someone who's unsure in the business. So you've added them to the group, you've tagged them in the video, and they're still on the fence, basically. They're unsure, they're not sure if it's for them. And it's kind of a let's manage any objections here. Also, let me go back onto the board. I'll go back through this again, sorry. So also, when you go onto the board, we've got all of this stuff. So if you go back into the team building, we've also got answers, who've got objections. So if you go into objections, you've got things like, I have to ask my partner, I've got no money, I need to think about it. When the conversation ends, I need to change that. Sorry, taking that out because that's part of the ghosted one. I don't have time. And we've also got here, I've linked up testimonials. I could really do with some testimonials going in the group. So these are an actual link to the video recording or the write-up recording of somebody's, and I've written on them what they are. So they only wanted to sell and do a bit. They're the youngest director. They're a mum on maternity leave, money to pay for school trips, stay at home mum. There's all this sort of stuff in there, and you would send that to them. And it's important you send it in a link to the group, because it gets them back in the group and gets them back looking around.
So you want us to do some of them, Claire?
If you can do some testimonials in the group, the more the better. The more we want to link up.
Yeah. We want loads of stories, so when they come up with an objection, we're using a story to sell.
Because I could do the chronic health condition.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we really want as many different angles on this, so that when somebody has, because if someone's handling an objection, we want to be able to answer them. If someone comes back to us with, no, it's not for me because, then we can handle that objection. We've also got, you'll see in there, Adelaide, little ghosts and stuff. So if people are ignoring you, people are ghosting you, go in, you've got 3 options of messages of ways of getting the conversation going again. The same with keeping them in the loop. So at the end of all this, if they are still not interested and still maybe ghosting you or ignoring you, you're just going to keep them coming in with stuff.
So how long you want those videos to be?
Quite brief, really, but it doesn't really matter. It's just something so that we can share. I think one of the biggest things to overcome an objection with anybody is when they see somebody else doing it, and they believe then it's possible. So it's all about building that belief. And we've got to have as many as we can, because there's so many different people that will relate to your story or my story or Zoe's story or Claire's story. And we want them to be relatable to that person's circumstances. So, when we're talking to somebody and we know they're, a lady that's got a chronic illness and, she's having to care for her dad and things like that. Well, you go, right, bam, that's Karen's story. And we send that one. Or we got somebody that's, got a full-time job and 4 kids to look after, lives a busy life, but building the business. Leanne, there you go. We're going to have all of these stories that we can send people that show that it's possible. And that's sometimes that's what we've got to get through. It's people's belief. The lack of belief will stop them from joining the business.
Yeah.
And we know how powerful stories are that selling this business. We're not using them anywhere near enough, and we've not got anywhere near enough to do that. And we have, the idea of all of this is having third-party tools, so these videos, these testimonials, these messages, that is just going to do the work for you. It's not you having to think of all of this stuff and not having to know all the time. It's at your fingertips, and they're third-party tools that you can use. And we've always said it's just about signposting yourselves to the tools, and then it's about signposting your new people to the tools, because really you've got a tool belt full of things that's going to help you to build your business. And that's what we're aiming. We're still working on it, guys. So, you know, we've got
I'm
lots of
probably
things that we're adding to it.
concentrating too much on my paid ads then. I think that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think as well, we need to take control of how many people we're speaking to a day. And the reason why the buy and selling sites is at the bottom and the other messages are FAM and warm market is because we have to take control and ask. We do not know who's going to respond to our ads. So it's okay just putting your ads out, but if no one responds, then you're not talking to anybody. The same with your ad pool. Okay, so it's so important that we are doing, I would say at least 20, you need to be speaking to 20 people a day. If you can't get that from your ad pools, from your buy and sell sites, then you need to be sending out messages. I would be adding friends, I would messaging people that are already on there, you know, group members, find ways of speaking to people, but you need to be messaging people every single day with all these simple systems and stuff, okay? Does everyone feel confident with it? Or is there anything you're unsure with? I mean, obviously you think it's very simple. Do you think it's simple?
It sounds simple once we get used to it, but you know me, I panic, but I'll get there. And I know you guys are there if I need anybody.
Yeah.
But it does look good. It looks amazing.
And what about the new look selling system? Do you like the 5 a day?
Yeah, I actually like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
it's going to be a lot easier, because even though we've got like the DMO, even our DMO is like really long for somebody who's just stepped into the business. That 5 a day will be amazing. It would even help me out, especially on the days that I just haven't got it in my head to do the major
I like
DMO. That 5 a day would be the best thing going.
Yeah,
we know if people start doing 5 a day, you'll naturally upgrade yourself. But when you're given a massive list of things to do, you don't know where to start. And that's
we spoke about that, didn't we, Zoe?
We're trying to take away that overwhelm. We're trying to just make people focus on the right activities. And the only activities that are income producing is your retail and your recruiting. That's what's going to build your business. So we need to focus. Main priorities are those 5 a day activities. If you do them and you get them out the way, and there's loads of other things that you want to do on top of that, then by all means go and do that, you know. But it's just really focusing on your income.
I love that, because the other one is overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. It's a hell of a lot of stuff for somebody. Now I've got one person who's looked at me and said I can't literally do the DMO because it's just so much stuff to do. So that 5 a day would be perfect for her as well, because she'll be able to get back into the business.
And because we're using the spin-off off the 5 a day with the fruit and veg, it's easy to remember. It's easy for them to think, have I done my 5 a day? It's easy for you to ask, have you done your 5 a day? And we're going to really implement this. Sorry, Darren, do you want to speak first, because it's making a bit of interference? I know you want to put something across. Do you want to speak?
Yeah, it's just your flowchart thing. Can you do a printable version of that so I can print that off?
Yeah, it is a printable version. It will all be in there for you to print off on a PDF.
Yeah, the other thing, I think it's great what you're doing, because when I started, I was added to like, I don't know, 10 groups, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Do you know what I mean? So for it all to be in one place, I don't even think I'm in half of them groups, because I didn't, do you know what I mean? Because so much information bombarded me at once, and I'm not very good online anyway. So to have all that information rammed down my throat in like 10 minutes, it was just like overwhelming.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm not big online, because it's too much for me.
We absolutely know that, Darren, and it's one of the reasons why we've looked at everything.
Yeah, no, I think
Fear
This is
and
going to be
overwhelm
great.
is
Yeah.
the biggest enemy
Yeah.
in our business, and we need to reduce it, and that's why we're taking these steps. We've had to do what we've had to do to get to where we've got to, for sure, because we've
Yeah.
had to pull all of that information, find that information. We've not know how we're doing it, but we've learned now, and now we can make things a lot more.
Yeah, no, I think
and
this is going to be so much better for people when they're starting. That it's really good thing that's happening. Yeah.
That's good feedback, because I know you're quite new really into the business, so it's great to have some feedback there on that. And the same with Colleen and so. Sorry, I have to move because just a bit of crackling there. There's just to get the feedback from the new people, but then also when you've got people that have been with us a long time, like Kaz saying, you know, even I was starting to feel overload. It is, and we've not really known, you know, but we need this stuff, and we can't. But what we've done is we've just had to strip it all back, put it all in one place, make it easier. I just think that everything now will be so much simpler going forward. You know, if we all we do is get good at pointing people in the direction, become a signpost, like we say, point them to the guides, point them to the Zooms, tag them where they need to be, and that's all we need to do. And the group coaching, I think as well, guys, we can, especially if we've only got 1 or 2 team members. And this is not being you know, funny about anybody, but we can scare them off by the amount that we can harm them as well, honestly, because it's your only team member or your only 2 people and you're there every day. How are you getting on? And they can feel really overwhelmed with that as well. And by group coaching, we can build relationships as well. We can see who the good people are. Like I said, the cream will rise to the top. It's true, because you'll watch people step up. I had a lady that joined 2 weeks ago who I was just getting no response from, really. The odd one-word question, popped her in the chat. She started to respond to other stuff in the chat. She's placed an order. She's asked about catalogues. Now, I weren't getting that one-on-one, but having that group together, it will bring that on, and you can see who you need to work with. And then your focus is the next new person rather than trying to put all your effort into someone who for one might not stick about, because we're still going to get them. You know, we need to remember that, guys. Nothing's going to change as regards the people we bring in. We're still going to get people that are going to mess us about. We're still going to get people that'll ignore us, that'll join us and disappear. All of that, that's not going to go, but at least you're no longer wasting time on them, because they're all going together in a group, and the right people you can see in that group who you're working with, and then the other people, it's like, let's just focus on the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one, and just keep adding, tagging and messaging.
And the other thing with the coaching group is, one, it's going to help new people learn to coach. That's the whole point of it, so that they can see how to give advice, so that become more confident in what they're saying. But the other biggest thing is that we've all got our strengths, guys, and our whole team philosophy is around together we are stronger. Now, just as an example of that, my key area of retail, my knowledge base is catalogues. Okay, Claire's, I would say, is online. Now, in this chat, when we've had this lady come in and saying, I want to do catalogues, I can go in and give catalogue advice. I've got a lady that wants to learn how to do Facebook groups. Well, somebody can come in and give her somebody that knows what they're talking about. So, and if I don't know what I'm talking about as a coach, I can say, hi guys, can anybody help with this question? And somebody there is going to be able to help and handhold them far more than what we can do that on our own. Because, you know, I struggle coaching with the online stuff because I'm not doing that myself, but it's working, and we need to use our experts in the group to help one another so that we can. And, you know, for time wise as well, you know, we need this business, like I said earlier, we need it to be serving us so that we are not wasting time on activities that we can be doing together to save one another time, so that we can concentrate on the things that we really need to be doing. Time's so precious, guys, and we need to be having really slick, smarter working systems that are going to work for all of us.
Yeah, freeing up your time so you're not as glued to your phone. The whole point behind this is, guys, to give you a bit more time freedom, for you to be able to do more and speak to more people without it weighing you down, without having all the stress and overwhelm of getting them off to a good start, without them being stressed and overwhelmed as to what we're doing, and to just focus on what you're good at. It's all about you being happier, in a better place, being more confident, finding it more. I've not been more confident in recruiting in a long time as what I am right now. I feel so confident with, bring them in. Whereas it's been so much juggling going on that it's like, oh, I haven't got time for this, I haven't got time for that. It's freed up my time so much. So, and I think it will help all you guys as well, which is what we want. And you put your focus in the right places, then you can recruit like this, because all you got to do is add, tag, and message. That's it. It's so simple, so easy to do. So before we finish up, has anyone got any questions that they're unsure of on it?
Can I ask, going back to the testimonials, can I please ask Darren and Damien to please do a testimonial as a man?
Yes.
Predominantly female. You know, most of our testimonials are going to be from females, so it'll be really, really good if you can both do, you know, and any other men and, you know, any partners who are working with ourselves.
That's a great idea, Sylvia.
100%.
That'll be really good.
We can just send them that link then. Everything, like I say, everything is there, everything that you need. There's questions, you know, answers to frequently asked questions, like how do we earn me money, that sort of stuff. It's all, everything's there. You just break it down. So you literally, you don't need to go and stress over anything. All the answers to everything that people ask will be there. So it's just going to make things so much easier.
Brilliant.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to stop recording.